Little review tonight, and tonight we've got the OLIGHT Obulb Pro. If you follow my channel, you'll know that I've picked up a few lanterns and illumination devices for camping or when there's a power outage, and I was really interested to get hold of something different. So this is very different to the sort of products I've featured before they've been sort of very much this practical camping style, like the O lantern from OLIGHT, which is really good. Check back on the channel if you want to see a bit more on that. But this is something a little bit different, I think. Different form factor, not so much for your backpack or camping. This is more suited to home use, although I will be taking it out camping. I'll use it in the garden as well. They really pitched this as a smart nightlight, so something you could use in your children's bedroom, but also for my purposes. My kids are a bit older, don't need that anymore, but what I do want to use this for is just occasional lighting when camping, or if we have power outages or anything like that. So the Obulb has been around for a little while. I've not had the previous incarnations of it. The OLIGHT Pro, or the Obulb Pro rather, is slightly larger than the predecessors. It's got a higher output, so this will give out 240 lumens as opposed to 75. And it's got a longer runtime at its lowest settings, so this will give it up to 240 hours illumination using its sort of moonlight lowest setting, as opposed to the previous Obulb models, which only gave out 40. The real selling point of this particular unit is its Bluetooth connectivity. So this runs off an app. It can run off a button on the bottom there. But if you want to get the most out of this, definitely the way to go is the app. And it's also got red, green and blue. It's got various sort of fades and cycles, and what they call a polychromatic feature, which allows you to cycle through any variation of colour that can be generated from the three bulbs in there. So what we'll do is we'll have a quick look at what's in the box, and then we'll get onto the app and give you some examples of its use. Just coming to see what's in the box, the first and very important thing to note, and they make this very clear on their website, is the OLIGHT doesn't ship with a charger. I think the thinking is that you're probably invested in the OLIGHT sort of family, the OLIGHT product range, so you've probably got several of these chargers by now, but if you haven't, you'll need to buy their charger, which is the MCC1A. So something to bear in mind when you're looking at the pricing on this, but that's that aside. Nicely packaged as ever, nice clear image of the product on the front there, I think almost to scale. Bit of info on the back, so you've got the information about the maximum output, which is 240 lumens. As I say, that's a higher output than the original Obulbs. And then you've got the low setting, which runs at 4.5 lumens. For 8 hours, or sorry, 84 hours rather. Again, longer runtime than its predecessors. OLIGHT always do a really nice job of their packaging, quite often using magnetic enclosures, but in this case it's just a tear open strip. So let's open that up and see what's in here. Okay, so in the normal OLIGHT way, you've got a little bit of information to get you going. So it's saying basically you have to charge this up, and quite often it will tell you that their products ship in locked out mode. So if you just pull that out, inside you've got the Obulb in a sort of fetching foam hat. I'll just take that off for a second. There's a Obulb, and then in the bottom here got a little container with a few accessories. So the first thing is the magnetic self-adhesive patch. So it's just a bit of metal with a nice OLIGHT logo on that, and that just allows you to fix your OLIGHT onto a wall or elsewhere. Of course, you've got the instructions you've got some information about the app, which is obviously available on various app stores, but incredibly easy to understand. And then the last thing you've got in here, which is slightly confusing, is a pair of googly eyes. You see those? Which I guess you stick onto your Obulb to amuse your children if you use it as a nightlight. But there's no explanation of that in your instructions, so that's just a guess, but I can't think of any other reason why you have those in there. So in terms of manual operation, the base there has obviously got 4 metal studs which allow you to charge it using the OLIGHT proprietary charging system, but also in there you've got a little bit of flexibility, which has got your on-off switch. So in manual mode, simply push it once to turn it on, and then once again to cycle through the features. So you go on to red light, green light and blue, and then you've got the polychromatic fade of colours on that one. Next setting is a cycle through those colours, and the final is a flashing red, and then off again. Now you can move between the high and low outputs on the white light using the button press, but it's so much easier to use it through the app, and that's what we'll take a look at now. Where the Obulb really comes into its own is using the app on this Pro Edition. Once you've synchronized your device using the add new device down the bottom there, you can either turn it on simply by using the switch here, which takes it back to the last setting you used it on, or you can go into the full functionality by clicking through. And then you've got the white light can be controlled with almost infinite variation between its lowest setting of 4.5 lumens here, all the way up to its top setting of 240. Takes a few moments just to catch up there. You can see currently we've got 100% battery life. At the full output it's got 2.5 hours runtime, but if you go down to around about half output, that'll update to 10 hours, and all the way down to the lowest output you'll be up around the 100-hour point, slightly more than they state on their literature. You can go into any of the 3 colours. You can fade, cycle, flash red, or go into an infinitely variable colour wheel and pick any colour that you like. So we'll start off by just taking it down to its lowest moonlight setting. We'll bring it back up to the highest. It takes a little bit of time to work up to it. Now if you're using this as a night light, which is one of the suggested uses, it'd be really nice to have a timer function on it. I'm sure that could be sorted out through sort of a software update. Now we're going through each of the 3 colours. And then we'll go into the polychromatic cycle. This is at 50% illumination, so I've turned it down a little bit. Then we'll switch on to the cycle through and finish off with the flashing red nightmare, which I imagine is SOS function. That pretty much brings us to the end of the review. Really like the Obulb Pro, especially when using it through the app. As I said earlier, if they're sort of selling it as a child's nightlight, it'd be really nice to have a a timer function in that app, say half an hour, just so you can get the kids to sleep, and then you can save your batteries. I think that'd be really quite a useful function, something that could be done with a simple software update to the app, I think. But yeah, if you've used one of these, please share your thoughts below. Indeed, if you've used any of the Obulb products, please share your thoughts, tell me how you've used them. It's quite clear you can use this in a lot of different ways, whether it's camping or around the home. If you're interested in one of these, there's a discount code below for you. If you found this review helpful, thumbs up would always be appreciated. If you haven't seen my channel before, please do check it out. Lots of flashlights, everyday carry, fountain pens, pen knives, quality footwear, denim. Check it out, might share some other common interests. Please subscribe, and that's about it. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.